Going to start with the disclaimer today. Again, I am not a professional therapist or anything. This is for entertainment purposes only. Use at your own discretion, all that kind of stuff. Um, how meditation, I'm going to talk about how meditating and how you can use somatic experiencing or just sensation experiencing as a form of meditation in the sense of the definition of meditating or meditation being that you're just focusing on one thing and to focus the mind and calm the body and regulate, build discipline. So you can use sensations in the body or observing external stimuli using just one sense at a time to focus your attention to one thing. We're often like distracted. And that can regulate your nervous system. Just from my own experience of learning to work with my nervous system, how to regulate, what feeling regulated feels like. I noticed a big intake on how it's meditative and very relaxing, much like sitting and meditating. Often, especially if we're using visualizations in meditation, it can be a very mental process. But if you're meditating you for spiritual purposes, you want to become more in touch with God and connect with guides and things like that, then you might find trying using sensing and your own body that we are created in as a form of meditation. And it can be very awe-inspiring and almost like I've had, and anybody I've shared it with, and maybe you've had experiences where you're just doing something really simple and you feel just amazed at creation, that all this exists, and joy, and you're feeling really calm and regulated. That is when we're going to feel more at one. And we have a great tool that is our body and our senses, feeling sensations in our body and just focusing on that, describing that to ourselves can do so many different things. And it's great for the releasing trauma and stuff as well. But it's meditative because you're just focusing on one thing. And some of my favorite ones are doing the dishes. You can make doing the dishes a spiritual experience just by paying attention to what the water is doing, how the water is sounding on the dishes, the soap in the foam in your sponge, the feeling of the wet cloth on your hand. When we put our undivided attention on the sensations that our body has, either when we're interacting with something external to us, such as doing the dishes, or when we are just observing the feeling of uh, how our back and our butt feels on the chair. It's very grounding, but can be very spiritual. Like it's a very, you're practicing mental focus and mental pointedness, just like you do in meditation when you're meditating, right? To clear the mind, mental discipline. But yeah, um, I think that's probably long enough. Have a good day.
Do it up.